We're still hours away from game time for Kentucky, but Solid Blue fans are already starting to head into Tin Roof Bar off South Limestone. Now, this is where fans are going to start funneling in. We're told a little closer to game time. The line is expected to be all the way down the block. New law went into effect Thursday that would allow electric scooters like this one to operate pretty much like bicycles. Now this here is Brody, and he is one of the awesome dogs that you can take out for the Check Me Out program. On this hill I'm walking up on Old Way Road when a driver crashed head-on into a family of 5 with only more on the way. Now check this out right behind me. You can see the rocks falling onto the truck due to a mudslide. Sweet Maxie here needs a home before the Garrett County Animal Shelter has to resort to euthanization. Check this out. Students under the age 18 can text food to 877-877. And I bet this entire time I've been talking, you didn't realize I had one right behind my ear. The state capitol was filled with thousands of teachers Thursday. You can just take a look behind me, this whole sea of red. That if you pass a school bus with the stop arm extended and the lights on. Hey Tom and VJ, KSB has confirmed to us the human remains found on the property off Follick Road in Garrett County are those of Savannah Spurlock's. Over 6 months later, and the family finally has some closure. An arrest has been made in connection to Spurlock's missing case. According to state police, 24-year-old David Sparks was arrested early this morning and arraigned in Garrett County this afternoon on charges of tampering with evidence and abuse of a corpse. The 23-year-old Richmond mother of 4 has been missing since January 4th when she was last seen on video leaving the other bar in Lexington with 3 men. We now know David Sparks was one of those men. Richmond police received a report yesterday that Alan Sparks, who lives at that home, smelled a foul odor on his property. Investigators say that the fact Sparks was a primary suspect in the Spurlock investigation led them to search the property where her remains were found. Now, police did search this home back in February and towed a car from there. Sparks' arrest citation says items of evidence believed to be connected to Savannah's case were found with the remains. It says these items were last known to be in the possession of only 2 people, Spurlock and Sparks. Now, we are told that home where Savannah's remains were found is where Sparks' parents live.
As a member of this community, I'm well aware of the results, of this investigation are incredibly heartbreaking. Our hearts go out to the family and friends of Savannah Spurlock. Over the past 6 months, the family, community, and law enforcement have been in search of answers.
KSB says Spurlock's cause of death isn't known. They say the other 2 men that were in the video with Savannah the day she went missing have not been arrested. They also say Sparks has not been charged with anything more at this time. For now, live in Richmond, Christy Bollinger.
Still just trying to figure out what to do. It's kind of been like a whirlwind.
A whirlwind caused by a pipeline exploding. It destroyed Denver and Jody Coulter's home. You can see their cars melted.
You have your moments when you think about what you've lost, but really thankful to be alive. Being
alive is something the Coulters didn't believe was possible. That night they describe as hell on earth.
And I looked and I was, wow, I just couldn't believe we were still alive, running from it. Kind of looked like a monster just ready to swallow us up. I thought it was over. I didn't think we was gonna make it. I knew this is our last night on earth.
They tell me the coroner doesn't understand how they made it out either.
He said in the brown area there was no oxygen to breathe. He said so logically it's impossible that you're alive. So I can't explain it other than the hand of God let us out, and then he just kept pushing us.
They say before running with their dog Jordan, they thought they were trapped. So they were thinking about how to end their lives quicker.
In Denver, he didn't want to watch me burn. He didn't want to watch Jordan burn. He didn't want to watch himself burn. So he was going to shoot us. He was going to shoot me and Jordan, and then shoot himself. Because we didn't.
When you're in a situation like that, crazy things run through your head. You know, you don't, like she said, you don't want to burn to death.
Jody says a month before the explosion, she suspected something would happen because she'd felt the ground shake a couple times.
I don't feel safe. Something's going to happen. I said, we'll find something else. I want to leave here. And we were going to, but we ran out of time.
They say the help they're receiving now from family and the community keeps them going.
It's amazing. The love that we felt
It's like we lost everything, but we've gained everything.
Yeah,
In Lincoln County,
Just thankful to be alive.
grateful.
Christy Bollinger, ABC 36 News.
Oh, God, help me get through this.
Lucy Jones is preparing to lay her granddaughter to rest.
You never expect to bury your granddaughter. You expect your granddaughter to bury you.
Jones and her husband raised LaPortia almost her entire life.
Everybody knows how much I love that baby. She'll always be my baby, even though she's a woman.
She recalls that day in the hospital and what the doctor told her.
He said, now I'm going to explain this to you. Said there's no use in doing surgery. Said she's brain dead.
Jones says when she saw her laying there in the bed, she couldn't believe it was her baby.
I couldn't do anything to help her. I wanted to help her and I couldn't. I just seen her laying there so lifeless. It's a horrible feeling. I wish I could have took her place for these babies.
LaPortia is leaving behind 3 children, but her grandmother takes comfort in the legacy she's also leaving behind. She gave life to others by donating her organs. She also helped a law get passed that protects juvenile crime victims. LaPortia was sexually assaulted when she was 10, and she testified against the man. Years later, and that video of her testimony was purchased by someone who had filed an open records request.
I think it was awful that you could go down there at that time and purchase that video for $15 of a child's case.
Jones and her husband pushed for a change in the law. The result was House Bill 3 that keeps a juvenile victim's testimony private. It was signed into law in 2006. For now, she tries her best to comfort her great-grandchildren. She says LaPortia's oldest son took it the hardest.
Now we have no mom. I have no mom to watch me grow up and play football.
Reporting in Lexington,
I'm gonna miss her.
Christy Bollinger, ABC 36 News.